So aftermath of Teofimo Lopez posing with Canelo Alvarez, faking undisputed, where he brought all of his belts on an event he wasn't even a part of. He didn't even fight that night. It was Canelo's night. However, Teo felt the need to take some of Canelo's shine that night. And guess what? Teo got exactly what he asked for. He got all of the attention he was seeking, but it backfired. Not all publicity is good publicity. Here is some of the negative feedback Teo received, not just from the fans. The fans already went off on Teo making a fool out of himself, but more so from the champions themselves in the sport of boxing, telling Teo to stop embarrassing himself. Starting off with the truth himself, Errol Spence. He stated on Instagram, quote, "It's for champions in each weight class. You all cap for letting them cap with them cap-ass belts. Trash." End of the quote. Now the truth have spoken directly to old media and more importantly directly to Teo. Cap over season, the disputed champion of the world, faking undisputed till he makes it out of the Devin Haney fight, which is why he's paying 2 sectioning fees for the MBF Witness Protection franchise. Suleiman straight up pimping Teo. Also, the undisputed top 5 pound-for-pound Josh Taylor gave his reaction to Teo desperately wanting to be undisputed, where he stated, quote, "One undisputed, one disputed," laughing emoji. That little rat Teofimo Lopez parading on Canelo's with his Mickey Mouse WBC. Laughing emoji. What a effing brass neck. Shake my head. Embarrassing. The guy is so desperate, it's unreal. There's only 2 undisputed champions with all the belts, and he means currently in all of boxing. Himself and Canelo. Facts. Thank you, good night. End of the quote. And if Teofimo Lopez feels like these fighters are hating on him, well, Canelo said the same thing. He said he's one of only 6 undisputed champions in the sport of boxing, not including Teofimo Lopez. Check it out.
Me hace muy feliz y me motiva muchísimo entrar en esos pocos que están en la historia de los unificados. No es fácil, por eso nomás somos 6 en la historia del boxeo.
We're only 6. It keeps me happy, very motivated to be one of the 6 undisputed champions of the world.
Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, Terrence Crawford, Alexander Usyk, Josh Taylor, and now Canelo Alvarez. The 6th male undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. The first Mexican-born undisputed champion.
Canelo Alvarez and Showtime both told Teofimo Lopez, "You are not undisputed." Now, since Teo said Showtime was hating on him, let me guess, was Canelo Alvarez hating on you too, Teo? I don't think so. The truth just happens to hurt. Therefore, since Teo said he's not going to be messing with Showtime or doing any business with Showtime for reporting factual information, that means Teo should also cut his ties with Canelo and quit clout chasing off his name. Better yet, at this rate, Teofimo Lopez needs to go ahead and cut his ties with ESPN as well, since they no longer recognize him as undisputed. As you all see above, Teofimo Lopez's own network has Devin Haney listed as the WBC champion. And last week, they came out with an article, matter of fact, a list called Top 25 Under 25. They had Devin Haney listed number 3, where they stated, quote, "Devin Haney holding on to the lone true title at lightweight that doesn't currently belong to Lopez. A clash to officially crown an undisputed lightweight champion between this pair of talented young fighters would be a boon for the division." End of the quote. So, Teo, are you going to leave ESPN too? Since they recognize Devin Haney as the real WBC champion. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Teo already left ESPN. He's fighting on Triller and DAZN and everywhere but ESPN. Furthermore, while Teo is at it, might as well leave all of the boxing organizations, since all of the boxing organizations recognize Devin Haney as the only and true WBC champion. The IBF has Devin Haney listed as the only WBC champion, As you all see above, this is their official website. The WBA also have Devin Haney listed as the only WBC champion. So does the IBO, the WBO, and the WBC. Matter of fact, here is what the pimp Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president, had to say about Teofimo Lopez NBF Witness Protection Franchise.
Define the franchise belt. Can you define it?
The franchise is not a belt, it's not a championship, it's a designation given.
Teofimo Lopez was now has the other 3 belts. Devin Haney has your belt, but Lomachenko was the franchise champion for the WBC, which happened right before that fight. Do you consider Teofimo Lopez, obviously he's a unified champion, but do you think that he needs to beat Devin Haney to be the undisputed?
Teofimo defeated Lomachenko.
Yes.
And in that fight, they had the request that if he defeated Lomachenko, he would be granted the same recognition as a world champion and the franchise zone.
Well, there you go.
He's, without a doubt, he's unified. We have Haney as the WBC champion, and that activity in that division has been very...
The franchise belt is not a championship nor a world title. It's a French fries title, just as significant as a belt you purchase from Walmart in order to keep your pants up. And if that ain't enough, BoxRec, the boxing website, have Teofimo Lopez listed as a unified champion. You don't see any WBC French fries title listed anywhere on BoxRec because it's a witness protection title. On the other hand, when you go to Devin Haney BoxRec, it has Devin Haney listed as the WBC World Champion at lightweight. Therefore, the moral of the story is that Teofimo Lopez was laughing at Devin Haney, only to find out that he, Teo, was the butt of the joke. Since all of the boxers know that the history books, the boxing records, have Devin Haney listed as the WBC champion and Teofimo Lopez as a unified champion, not undisputed. Teo will not go down in history as undisputed because he's not. Only if he fights Devin Haney next, then he could fight for the undisputed title against Devin Haney. These are the facts. This is not up for debate. So Teo needs to stop lying to himself because he's not fooling anyone but himself. And even he knows the truth deep inside. Everything Teo says about Devin Haney is truly about himself. When Teo calls Devin Haney an email champion, knowing that Lomachenko surrendered the WBC title to Devin Haney in order to duck the fight when Devin Haney was his mandatory, Teo did the same thing Loma did. He requested a title through email, the NBF Witness Protection Franchise. So in all reality, Teo is the email champion of the world. And last but not least, Composers also reacted to Teo posing with Canelo Alvarez, where he stated, quote, "He, Teofimo Lopez, is smoking, drinking, and eating rubbish. He's going to all of these events like he's a groupie, following his favorite band. That's not the behavior of a champion." End of the quote. See, what Composers is pretty much saying, the belts don't represent a champion. The champion presence represents himself. For example, Josh Taylor doesn't need to bring all of his belts to pose with Usyk in order to show off or prove he's undisputed. Why? Because his presence is felt. His presence alone without any belts is undisputed. The move Teo made alone shows that he's insecure and he knows he's not undisputed. But he has the audacity to tell Crawford, "I made it a trend to become undisputed. Not you, Terrence Crawford." Even though it was Crawford who set the trend. Then Usyk became undisputed, then Josh Taylor, and now Canelo Alvarez today. However, Teo is so delusional. Even though Crawford did it first, Teofimo Lopez believes he set the trend, even though he's not even undisputed. Therefore, Teo, how about you become undisputed first? Fight Devin Haney. Make history. Then compare yourself to the greats. Don't duck, lie, then make a delusional statement. Or let me guess, everybody on Devin Haney payroll, right? ESPN, Showtime, Canelo, they all on Devin Haney payroll. The WBA, the IBF, BoxRec, they all on Devin Haney payroll, and they just hating on you, right? All of the fighters from Canelo, Errol Spence, Josh Taylor, etc., etc., etc. All of the networks, Showtime, ESPN, DAZN, all of the boxing organizations, they all have Devin Haney as the WBC champion and you as a unified champion. So I guess they all hating on you and everybody is on Devin Haney payroll. That's what Teofimo Lopez tells himself at night when he look in the mirror in order to feel better. See, everything I have stated have came to fruition because the truth is undefeated. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.